All right, so something that's been coming up a little bit recently when it comes to streaming is view counts, okay? The all-important view count. We've established that the amount of followers you have on Twitch is meaningless. Meaningless. Look at me with 8,000 getting barely any viewers. Doesn't matter, right? Because I used to stream and get hundreds, and now I stream and I get less, but I have the followers that just never unfollowed. So who cares? Follow number, meaningless, means nothing. Sub count is great. Obviously, that is a sign of how much income you're getting. But at the end of the day, getting lots and lots of subs is not going to lead to more viewers. So your sub count also irrelevant if you're looking at growth. What matters is that all-important viewer number. Your reflection of how good you are doing as a streamer right now, how engaging you are, how many people are wanting to spend their time watching you is literally all encompassed in that one number that tells you how many live viewers you have at any given time. So how important is it to monitor that viewer number? We're going to dig into this because I've changed my mind about it quite a few times. When I was initially growing, way back when I was a Hearthstone streamer and I was first growing, I would find that viewer number inspiring. It would excite me. When I saw it creeping up, getting to new heights that I'd never reached before, that would inspire me and enthuse me and energize me and allow me to keep putting out better content. Of course, there is a flip side to that, because when that viewer number goes down and you notice it, it makes you think, oh, is it something that I've done wrong? Am I being less entertaining? Am I being less engaging? Am I playing a game or playing a style that less people like to watch? What is it that I've done that's made that number drop? And this can be a good thing, and also it can be a bad thing. It can be a good thing because obviously assessing what you've done right and what you've done wrong and noticing when you change something, numbers have taking a drop and there being a tangible difference there, that can improve you as a broadcaster because it can give you a better idea of exactly what you do that works and exactly what you do that doesn't. So logically, yes, of course it makes sense to have the view count up. But, you know, we're human. We're not logical creatures. And so here is the reason that it doesn't necessarily make sense to have your view count up. It can hurt. If you're a streamer that puts a lot of value into what you do and the effort that you put into what you do, you know, if what you do and the content that you're creating, if you have an emotional investment to it, which I'm going to be real, most streamers and content creators do, seeing that number go down can hurt. It can really make you feel inferior or not good enough. Like imagine you're streaming, you're high energy, you're playing a game, you're laughing, you know, you're having fun, your community are having fun, and then you glance at your view count and it's gone from 10 down to 5. How do you feel in that moment? Your viewer count has just gone down by 50%. Half of your viewers have stopped watching and gone elsewhere. Now, of course, in real terms, it is just 5 people. There are so many things that could cause that. 5 people, maybe they've had to go outside or close your browser or restart their PC or their internet's disconnected. Or maybe for 1 or 2 of them, someone else they want to watch more than you's gone a little bit live. That's not your fault, and that's not something you've got control over. But people come in and people leave, and people have their own lives. I think it's easy to forget when you're streaming and you're broadcasting and everything that you're doing, your entire attention and everything that you're caught up in right now is in these monitors in front of you, and this is your stream and this is what you're doing. It's easy to forget that the people watching you, that's not the relationship that they have with your stream. To them, maybe they're doing some homework, or maybe they're at work watching you in a tab, or maybe they're playing a game themselves and they've just got a tab up in the background. Maybe they reach a moment in the game they're watching where there's a big story beat and they want to close you so that they can focus on the story they're playing. And as soon as the cutscene ends, maybe when it's back to gameplay again, maybe they'll open you again. Maybe they'll forget to. There are so many reasons that your view count could go down. It's hard to put them all into words. And yeah, sometimes it's something you've done. Sometimes you'll be playing a game that your viewers aren't that interested in and decide to peace out and watch someone else. Sometimes, yeah, you might say something that annoys a viewer and they might leave. Sometimes you might be less entertaining than the viewers used to and they might want to zone out. And it's stuff like that that you need to be paying attention and focusing on. But honestly, like, there are so many reasons that you might have more or less viewers on any given day. It's not possible to track every single viewer and sort of monitor where they're at with you, and you won't feel any better for doing that. I was watching a video today where Devin Nash, who is an amazing content creator, streamer and YouTuber, talking about the esports industry and the streaming industry and giving tips and advice for streamers moving on to YouTube and all of that kind of thing. Wonderful, wonderful content creator. He was interviewing Pokimane, who, if you don't know Pokimane, She's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. Outstanding streamer, fantastic personality. And yeah, she's been on the platform for years and years and years. Now, Devon asked Pokimane, do you stream with your view count up? And Pokimane said, no, I don't. And Devon Nash said, no, me neither. And he said that somebody that he'd spoken to recently, a big streamer, apparently watches their viewer list in real time. And every single time somebody leaves, they sit there and wonder, I wonder why it was they left. I wonder why it was they left. And you know what? It doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are. That mindset will destroy you as a streamer. It will absolutely destroy you. And to go one step further, what I found really interesting is what Devon Nash said was his reason for not streaming with the view count up. His reason was he wants to put on the same show for 5 viewers as he would for 5,000. And I think that is fantastic advice. When you've got a low amount of viewers, it is easy to just forget that you're streaming. Whack on the game, play your game, talk in voice comms with your viewers, and just stream, you know? It's that whole argument of, oh, if I'm playing a video game, you might as well stream, right? Wrong. No, you should treat every stream as if you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of viewers. Because if you're acting as though you have hundreds of viewers or thousands of viewers, whatever you're aiming for, they will eventually come. They say to dress for the job that you want, right? Not the job that you have. So if you sit there being lively, enthusiastic, positive, and interacting full of energy with the people in your chat, whether it's one person responding to you or 500, it shouldn't matter. The way that you act on stream should not change when you get more viewers. A very recurring thing that I get, and this isn't to throw shade at anyone at all. It's a normal reaction. Sometimes when I raid people, they go from sort of just streaming, minding their own business, playing the game, talking with chat a little bit, and then they go, oh my goodness, there's so many, oh, hello everyone, and you know what, that's fine. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it makes me feel good when I send viewers some way, and it makes a difference to that person. It makes me as the raider feel good to make them happy. But they shouldn't be acting in a dramatically different way because they have more viewers, right? Like, they shouldn't suddenly feel, oh, now I've got new people, I'd better make an effort. Like, they've already shown why they don't have that many people here in the first place. Every stream should be full of effort. Every stream should be high effort content. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I sort of stream with my view count off. That is to say, I have it off, usually, but I hover over where you hover over to view it, maybe once every 5 minutes, maybe more frequently than that. And it is a bad habit. And from this video, from today, I am going to make an effort to never check. Do you know what? Let's make a game of it. Let's see how long I can go. I'm going to see how long I can go without checking my live view count. That is not to say that I will not be assessing how I'm doing and judging over time. I'll still be looking at how engaged Twitch chat is, as that is another very big signal of how successful a stream is. If Twitch chat are engaged, then you're doing a good job. And I will also be checking my view count after the fact. I'll be using a website like Sullied Gnome or looking at Stream Elements or Streamlabs, the email that they send me after saying, this was your average viewer today, this is how you did. I will still be looking at those stats because I think a post-mortem, I think looking at stats after the fact is incredibly valuable. You can go through on Sullied Gnome, your stream, and see how many views you had at any specific time and see if you switched game during the stream, did that give you an increase or a decrease? There's no real advantage to looking at this stuff live, as streaming is all about trends, long trends over time. If you get one stream that was less successful than the others, that doesn't mean anything. That just means, I guess, you had an unlucky day and all of your regular viewers were busy. You should be looking at your trends over long periods of time, and that is what I'm going to try and do. So, from today, I am not going to look at my view count. There will probably be exceptions. Maybe if I get a big raid, it'll be like, oh, let's see how many people... You know, that's a little bit different. But generally, as a day-to-day streamer, I am not going to look at my view count. It's not necessary, and I'm not going to do it. And it's sort of like a New Year's resolution. It's sort of going to be like, let's see how long I can last. And I encourage everyone watching, consider doing the same thing. Because you never know, it might help. I know of a few streamers that have been talking about how they've been trying to do that recently. And I think it's cool, and I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. So, what do you think? Do you check your view count regularly while streaming? Do you have it up all of the time, or do you just forget it exists and get on with it? Do you check after the fact to see how you did? Or do you just forget about that too? Maybe for you streamers, streaming isn't even about the numbers, and that's cool. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Of course, if you're a streamer trying to grow, do consider joining my community Discord. I have a channel for you to announce when your stream goes live, but also I have a streamer workshop channel where streamers can pool their knowledge. Do you use any OBS plugins, or maybe you need OBS plugins that other people use? Check that out. Check out all of the stuff. We can talk overlays, we can talk schedules, we can talk all of that kind of thing. Consider joining the Streamer Workshop Twitch channel. But for now, thank you so much for watching,